here we go. We're starting the 2021 high school soccer season. Yeah, we're out there. We're going. And so here we go. And what we have is Geneseo is hosting Princeton this afternoon. So we did the boys' seasons, Dakota, and apparently we did such a good enough job, they invited us back, if you can believe it.
Them suckers.
That's exactly right. They don't know what they're getting. All right, here we go. We're going to have some fun today. It's a beautiful afternoon here, Dakota. The weather's actually quite warm. It just warmed up even today from yesterday.
Yeah, holy moly. Normally these girls are starting off their season with snowbanks on the ground.
Yep.
And they're really lucky. I heard them before the game. I was down there talking with a few of them, and they were actually complaining about being hot already, and they hadn't even started warming up.
Yeah, I think we've got a wonderful group of soccer players here for the Geneseo girls team. You've got some senior talent out there, from Cadence at the goal, from Ellie out there, defender, on up there to Taylor DeSplinter and Brooke Harms up on top there. So I think we got a good match on our hands for Geneseo.
I agree. And looking out on the field right now, typically the Geneseo girls like to run a 4-2-4 offense. And in case you're wondering what that is, that's 4 defenders on the back line in front of the goalie, 2 midfielders, and then 4 forwards. But usually what they'll do once the game presses on a little bit further and things start getting a little bit more exciting, then they'll drop one person back into their mid so that it runs more like a 4-3-3. And looking at the Princeton team, looks like it's pretty much the same setup for them as well.
Yep. I agree. It does look to be the same offensive setup here for us. So there is a very strong wind coming out of the southwest. So definitely, if Geneseo can do good here in the first half, they'll have that wind to their back.
There's definitely an advantage for whoever's playing on the south side of the field right now, because the wind is blowing, like you said, directly out of the south, and it's a good 20-mile-an-hour wind plus. You look at the flags, they're whipping just straight sideways, so that's usually a pretty good breeze.
Yeah, it looks like we've got a little stoppage here to begin the game. It looks like there may be a net issue there. It looks like Coach Morton is not only coaching, but out there fixing some goalie nets out there in the corner.
Should we call him MacGyver?
We may need to call him MacGyver with that chewing gum wrapper and some paper clip and fix it all together.
Duct tape and an avocado. We're going to have a game. Don't worry about it, folks.
That's right. So it looks like they're doing a little net, looking at what the nets are here and if they're in good shape. And that wind could certainly do that. Actually, I see the junior varsity coach, J.R. Smith. He's now coming over, I think, with a couple of steaks.
I think he brought the chewing gum.
He may have brought the chewing gum with the paper clips and sugar or whatever it takes, and has a bomb, right? To get you out of trouble. So there's a slight delay here just to begin the game, as I think they do some net mending here, which is a good thing. I think now it looks like they're satisfied. The referee's
satisfied. Like the ARs are getting back in their spot.
Yep. So I think we're about ready to begin this match. If I have it correctly, and you can correct me here, I think Geneseo won their first game of the season last week against Dixon that was here at home.
Yes, as a non-conference matchup.
Right,
correct.
non-conference, like this one is as well.
Yes.
All right. So,
and if anybody's wondering, hey, why are these girls starting so early? It's because Princeton and Dixon both last week were lacking players. So what they want to do, they want to make sure that the varsity game gets played, and then whatever's left over, they're going to play basically an exhibition game for a JV game.
Gotcha. So they want to get those games for the varsity game in its entirety with the players fresh and have a good contest.
Yep.
Very good. Okay, so the game is underway. And it looks like Elizabeth Maszewski has the ball. She drops that ball on back there, and we're trying to get possession of the ball as we start the game. For Geneseo, they're right about the midfield line. And there you go. Looks like they may try and switch that ball on over, and they do up to Ellie Whiteman there. Ellie looking to send that up. She does. And she sends one deep down, but it looks like an offsides call on Geneseo. So early on in the game, Geneseo.
If you don't understand what offsides is, welcome to the club, everybody.
That's right.
Neither do we.
That's right. Neither do we. It's a kind of a confusing aspect of everything, but
what it ultimately boils down
yeah.
to is what the AR says. That's really what it is.
That's right. AR being that sideline assistant referee over there, who one of the main jobs, in addition to watching the out-of-bounds ball calls on their side, is the offsides. Ball's dumped in down in the Geneseo end. Ellie has it. Ellie sends it on forward. Intercepted there by Princeton, trying to maintain possession of it down in their end. And errant kick, and that ended up going past the end line for Princeton, so it's going to be a goal kick. Yep, goal kick coming up for Cadence. Cadence Talbert here for the goalie for Geneseo, number 1. So this is the start, and this is kind of, I think, the challenge for Geneseo in the first half. That wind is going to play a factor. It's like an extra defender for them.
You're absolutely right.
For Princeton.
But this team that we have out on the field right now, they've been together for about 13 years.
Yep.
These girls, we both have older sons that play on the soccer team.
Yep.
And we've both had to play against these girls at some point during their career. Actually, not us,
right?
But our boys.
Yeah, exactly.
And they've always put up a good fight for those guys.
Yep. Geneseo has the throw in. They drop it in. Goes back to Elizabeth Mashevsky. She gets it to Jordan Porter, going across the middle of the field, looking for a pass for someone to get it to, and didn't quite connect. Princeton intercepts it there. Plays going on about the midfield line. Kind of going back and forth here. Princeton trying to get some semblance here, get it going. They try to dump it in deep. And it looks like Michaela Warner there, the senior, she gets control of it, sends it to Elizabeth, who sends it on up. And going to Jordan Porter. Jordan gets it. She sends it down deep, and Princeton intercepts and tries to send it back over. So typical of these soccer games, Dakota, that early minutes of the game is that feeling each other out like a boxing match, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to, how can we maintain possession of the ball and get that attack going to get a score.
You're spot on. Especially in teams that don't really know much about each other, they're going to play pinball for quite a while.
Right.
Just to get a feel for, okay, who's the weak spot, who's the strong spot. Yep. Sure, we all have an idea of who the stronger player is, but hey, the only reason we play the games is because paper don't work.
That's exactly right. Geneseo does get a little attack going, sends it down, I believe that down to Brooke Harms, who's got it deep in the Princeton side. She drops it on back there, and as Geneseo controlling it just outside the goal box, looking to make a move, drops in the goal box, and Princeton trying to clear it, and Geneseo is able to get it. Porter tries to send one down in the box, and it's cleared out by Princeton. But Ellie Whiteman's got it nice. She's looking for some options to send it down. She keeps dribbling it. And Princeton eventually, there you go, this is where we're at. Geneseo eventually gets control of the ball here, and Jordan Porter sends it on over. I believe that is to Brooke. Ooh, almost a shot on goal there.
Just a bit wide.
Yep, just a bit wide. So that'll be a goal kick coming up for Princeton. All right. Please bear with us as we get the names of the Geneseo girls down on the names and numbers here. So. But we're gonna have fun, obviously, no matter what. So, goal kick coming up for Princeton, which they've got it sent out. Round midfield line, ball's being bantied around for control. And eventually it looks like Brooke Harms gets control. She sends that on over. All right. Princeton trying to look for some offense, just crosses over into the Geneseo zone, but the defense was right there waiting for it. Jordan Porter sends it out wide.
I like this number 18, Elizabeth. She's a tough little gal. She came, if I'm not mistaken, from the Chicago suburbs a couple years ago.
Oh, here we go. Breakaway. We got, looks like Bailey. Yeah, Bailey.
Oh, we got our first whammy. Oh, whammy.
There we go.
Pour some sauce on it. What a shot.
There we go. There was a nice pass up forward there to Bailey, and Bailey took advantage of that on that breakaway. That's exactly what you want to see.
Absolutely. Yeah, that was a great pass from the back end, and just boom. She stayed on side.
That's right. And don't ask us always how the offsides calls go, because we don't always know or agree sometimes.
See, I told
right?
you.
Yeah, exactly. But the end result is 1-0 Geneseo score with just under 35 minutes left in the first half. So that's the way you want to start the game.
Well, hopefully the fields are all figured out now, and now we're just going to keep scoring every time we take the ball down the field.
Exactly. There you go. Taylor DeSplinter with a nice deflection. She fought hard for that 50-50 ball. It does end up going to be a Princeton throw, but that's what you want to see, that kind of effort.
That was straight out of the Cobra Kai leg sweep book.
There you go. I like that. We're channeling our inner Karate Kid already. Taylor DeSplinter, she tries to send it. I think they called an offside. Yep. You know, I think that's one of Princeton's good tactics is going to be try to do that offside trap, Dakota.
So what you're saying is they paid off that ref to call that offside because otherwise she would have scored? Is that what you're saying?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
It's a good thought, but not correct. Really just that defensive line just all kind of moving up at the right time when the ball's passed past them to put the Geneseo player in an offside position.
Absolutely. That's a great play. If they can manage to do that off and on, that's going to be a good way to control the game.
Absolutely, it will be. Checking into the game is number 21, Danielle Beach. Princeton again trying to do something with the ball around midfield line. They find an option, and right now you can see some of the struggles for Princeton as they
got
connect.
A quad injury here for Princeton.
Number 3. She had a pass there, was a little struggle. Danielle Beach has got it. She sends it forward up to Taylor DeSplinter. Not offsides, which is good. Taylor DeSplinter makes a move into the box. Probably looking for a cross pass. She does.
Oh, whammy!
Goes again.
Pour some showers on it. Oh, that's just filthy. That's the old wookie doke right there.
Yep. You know, and that was created by Danny Beach. Danielle there getting the pass up to Taylor. Taylor making the one person miss, gets in the box, crosses it over to Bailey, and Bailey gets her second goal of the game already.
Yeah, that was really good vision by Taylor DeSplinter to get that ball down there, pull the goalie off to the side, and seeing her teammates on the open end of the box.
Oh, absolutely. So 2-0 is the score. 33 minutes left here in the first half with Geneseo winning in the match so far. And looks like that's going to be a Geneseo throw-in. Yep. Elizabeth Masiewski looking to throw the ball in. All right. Geneseo's got control. Nice leg, nice shot up there. Just trying to get that thing up there. All right. Bailey's dribbling with the ball, looking for an opening.
Ooh, hold on.
No offside. No offside. We got Brooke Harms. Brooks has got a breakaway. Can she get one?
Oh, pour some sauce on it.
There we go.
Great googly moogly.
There's another way. There we go. You know what? That never really gets old, I got to be honest.
No, it really don't.
Does it?
It don't.
No, it doesn't. Right back at action came there for Geneseo.
So what I said earlier, every time we go down the field, we're going to score now because we figured out their defense.
Yep.
That's how it works every time, folks. Don't worry.
Well, that ended up being a score by Brooke Harms, number 17.
That Geneseo goal be the 5th caller to La Roma Pizza at 944.
All right, La Roma's may be busy this afternoon here. I don't know about that, Dakota.
I dare you to call him be number 6.
While I'm doing the broadcast.
I dare you.
There you go.
Hey, speaking of Brooke Harms, she's one of our seniors this year.
Nice
Uh-oh.
All right.
And back to Brooke.
Yeah,
What I was
right
saying is Brooke Harms she's going to be joining the Blackhawk Braves this year, who have put together, for the first time ever, their own men's and women's soccer team. And she's one of I think there's 3 girls on this team that are going, and she plans on studying biology.
Nice.
That's quite a study right there.
That is, and I do know the Blackhawk coach, the new coach, Abby.
Okay.
She's a really good coach, and she's going to do well. Brooke's going to do well with Abby.
Where'd they get her from?
I know last was over a coach for the Sporting Iowa East club program. She did a lot of the girls' teams.
I've heard nothing but good about her.
Yep. So she's super nice, and I think that's a good match for Brooke, and the best of her as they move on. Plays continuing here. It looks like Princeton's again trying to make a pass across the midfield line. They do.
There's
Michaela Warner, she's right on it. She sends it on back up there.
And Michaela's one of the other girls that are going to go play on that Blackhawk team as well.
Okay. Nice.
She's planning on studying nursing while she's there.
Oh, great career, great choices, and you just,
We just can't get enough of them.
Nope, we just like to see all the young men and women of the Geneseo program, whatever they decide to do, college or no college, do something they enjoy.
Heck yeah, because that's really what it boils down to. Sports come and go, but once you leave high school, you got to start thinking about the professionalism of your life, honestly.
Yep. And it's not just doesn't have to be college. It can be vocational. It can be tech schools, welders.
Yep.
Body shop. You name it. Automotive. And there's lots of great opportunities out there. So it's awesome to see them graduate. Geneseo's on the tack. Sends the ball in. Bailey gets it, and the goalie for Princeton gets that one stopped. So that'll be a punt coming up for the Princeton Tiger goalie here. She got the wind behind her. Nice kick. Ooh, Elizabeth got a, yeah, they gave that one a call.
Yeah, she ran her over. Excuse me.
Yep. But you know what? It was the right idea,
Well, the thing is, she was running into the wind, so she just couldn't quite judge her speed, and it's bad.
Well, and that was a good punt by the Princeton goalie. It really it went off, got it up in that jet stream, and Elizabeth went up to make that play, and they both were just a little bit off and collision, and now you got a foul.
Yep.
Princeton with a direct kick just on the Geneseo side of the field here coming up. Just under about 29 minutes left to go in the first half. 3-0 is the score. Geneseo up.
See, this is a position where you really need to start thinking about, okay, is the person kicking the ball on this free kick? Oh, boy, and blows a pile of leaves. Holy moly.
Yeah, we got a whole list of substitutions. This is going to put us to the test here, I think, as we learn.
All right, quick, read them off, quick. Oh, too late. They're already on the field.
Well, I can see Bailey's off, and Ellie's off, Michaela's off, Jenna Hart's off, and so is Brooke. So I know that's the 5 coming off. All right, it looks like we got Taylor Minert, number 13 is in. And we got Ella Swanson, number 14 is in. Kayla Simpson, number 5 is in. Taylor's got the ball going across the midfield with Jordan on the one side. She points over. She gets the ball up there to Liz Monte. Liz is trying to send a cross back in the box. She does. And it looks like that's to send out of there the box, but ooh, there you go. That was a good play by the Princeton defender because Taylor lined that shot up for a one-time shot there.
And speaking of Taylor, she's actually planning on going to St. Ambrose to studying nursing herself and find time to mix in playing some soccer.
And Taylor just there's in the box. She tries to get it, couldn't quite get a clean shot off. Princeton's able to clear it out of there. And right now you've got Geneseo getting a clear-out shot. And so Geneseo's back on the offense. It looks like Ella Swanson sends it on up to Liz. Liz is looking for the cross in the box. She gets it in there. And Princeton looks like they're going to clear this. It's just on the edge of the goal box line. And they're looking for a shot. There they go. They get it out. Ella Swanson reads that nicely. She gets the ball back. She sends one in there, and there we go. Princeton goalie, she gets that one. So that
the wind held that up a little bit. If she had the wind at her back, she might have made that.
Yeah, that was a good decision there by Ella for Geneseo. Big kick there for the Princeton goalie. In fact, it went all the way end to end down to Cadence for Geneseo. So we got a punt coming up for. Nope, she decides to roll that one out. I think that's probably a smart decision.
That was smart, absolutely.
Let's maintain possession of it rather than just booting it around. All right.
It's hard to really kick the ball in this condition when you're blowing it into when you're kicking it into the blowing wind.
Yeah.
Unless you've got a 2-iron that you can keep it nice and low.
All right. Yeah, there we go. I love the golf references. Nicely done, Dakota. All right. Geneseo's trying to get possession of it. Princeton has it right on their bound, just short of their midfield line, and the ball went just off, so Geneseo's going to get it. Looks like Taylor Minert has it. Tries to send it forward. Jordan Porter has it. Nope, didn't quite get it. Oh, Ella Swanson, she had the right idea. She came up with tried to steal that. Just couldn't quite get to it. Was real close.
Whoops.
Is that going to be a foul? Who's that foul on? I think that's probably going to be a foul on Geneseo there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Princeton will set up the direct kick at the
That was Kayla Simpson called on the foul. I think she was doing the right things, and it's just an unfortunate timing again of the players that get tangled up, and they're going to call that kick in there by Princeton. Kayla Simpson clears it out to Jordan Porter.
Nice move by Jordan.
Yep, nice change of direction on that. That's the other thing you like to see. Geneseo gets it across the midfield line on there as they fight for it.
We need to keep an eye on Sydney Sexton up there on the top side because as I've been watching this game progress, the ball has been staying on this side of the field quite a bit, which is leaving her wide open on that top side.
Yeah, on that top parent side over there, of the field. I think you're right.
Number 12,
and just in watching Princeton, they have a tendency to flow with the ball left to right. So as a group, they tend to leave one side open just a little bit more than the other, without keeping an eye on that side, which we haven't really seen and taken advantage of yet. But
no, we haven't. But we've got coming up the sidelines there, going into the goal box.
There's Sydney.
Unabated. Sydney, she tries to get a shot off. She gets it, and it's cleared out by Princeton. That'll be a first corner kick coming up here.
That's a situation I think the goalie should have said something to her defender, because that defender just came up and kicked it out, which gave them a new offensive opportunity.
For the Maple Leafs, number 22.
Substitutions coming in again. I think that's going to be a theme you're going to see in the game here today as well as the substitutions, because it's like a summer afternoon here. And I think they're going to be coaches trying to be mindful to keep the players fresh throughout the game.
I agree with you. Plus the fact that right now we have the lead that we do with no real signs of true issues. He's going to keep the players moving in and out.
Exactly. The ball got kicked in there and bounced into the goalie for Princeton, who was able to recover it. So it'll be another goal kick. I look for a big booming kick here.
Boing!
There you go, the concrete boot. It took a big bounce, as you'd like to say, I think. All right, looks like Chloe Adams has it, sends it on up there to Jordan. Jordan trying to thread the needle for Taylor. No offsides call. All right, Taylor's got a free rein to come in the null. What goal here? What she
whammy! Oh, pour some sauce on it. I think she did that left-footed too.
I think she did indeed.
Maple Leaf goal will be the fifth caller to La Roma Pizza.
Very nice.
944-6171
so that was an assist from Chloe to Jordan on up to Taylor for the score.
That's awesome. That was really good teamwork. We're moving the ball up. And
it was.
Like we said, it all depends on that referee, but he didn't call her offside, so thank you.
No, well, and it looked like Taylor did a good job of holding up just enough to let that ball catch up and go past her, so it wouldn't be called offsides before the defense. It's that timing nature of, of where that was, because it was a good pass. So the net result again is the score is 4-0 Geneseo over Princeton with 23:46 left to go in the first half. And that substitution issue, I think, will also help Geneseo in the game. I didn't see that Princeton had very many subs in the game, as you noted, doing the varsity game first. Oh, here's a goal for Princeton. Princeton's got away. Oh, nice stop.
Oh, wake up, Cadence.
Cadence with a nice stop there. That came quickly off the restart off the goal.
That did. Looked like we fell asleep for just a split second, and they took advantage of it. Uh-oh, here goes Welly.
Here comes the counterattack. Ellie Whiteman, she sends it. She goes across it. It comes up. Oh.
Whoa.
Danielle Beach has got a breakaway. Can she get one in?
Whammy! Pour some sauce on it.
There you go. That was a nice one. That went, essentially went from Ellie on over. If I get it right here, I think it went up to Jonna Fulcher, and Jonna got it up there to Danny, and Danny was able to get that ball in there.
That's awesome.
Behind the defense. So 5-0 is the score. 2 scores here just in the past minute. 23 minutes and 11 seconds left to go. And I think what you saw there was that quick counterattack by Geneseo off the nice save from Cadence. Really set it off.
They really did. They moved that ball up the field really quick. To me, it looked like Princeton was kind of hoping that their teammate was going to score that goal, and they all just kind of stopped, and then everything, boom, just took off.
Well, and it did rebound out to a Princeton player from the original deflection by Cadence. She just couldn't quite get enough control on it that allowed that Geneseo counterattack to start.
You're right.
So it was real good ideas on everything, and it looks like we've got Sydney Sexton there is up there getting the ball in.
Ooh.
And the Princeton goalie is able to get control of that one. So we've got another goal kick coming up for Princeton.
Hey, one person we haven't really said a whole lot about today is that Cadence Talbert, our goalie. She's been a good goalie for a long time with these girls, and she actually accepted and offered to play for Eckerd College. Good
Ooh.
stop by her.
And speaking of cadence, it
There
was a
she
kind
is.
of a high hop. It was almost, she came up almost a little too high, too out of the box, but she hit the height and she timed that jump just right.
You're right. That could have got pretty scary real quick.
Yeah.
But anyways, what's going on with her is she's planning on going to St. Petersburg, Florida, to Eckerd College. And this really blew my mind when I heard what she was studying, but she is going to study military psychology. I thought, okay, interesting. She doesn't plan on joining the military at this time.
Okay.
But her father works for the government.
Okay.
And in her sophomore year, she would be able to join in a government facility to work on military psychological issues and help her on her way.
You know, that sounds like, oh, there we go.
Uh-oh.
Jonna Fulcher, she has one.
Oh, just a bit high.
Got Sills over the crossbar. Goal kick set for the Tigers.
That'll be a goal kick coming for Princeton, but Jonna Fulcher, she had that. She had a good shot, a good chance. She had it like a header and was able to recover it for a shot.
It looked like she was caught in between with just that split-second decision, and she said, oh, I'm going to kick it. Oops.
Yep.
Number 10.
You know, and that happens so many times, more than you really realize.
I think if you asked her, she would say, yeah, can I have that back again?
Exactly, because you're like, you know you need to get that shot off. You know a defender's going to be coming, but you're like, what do I do? And sometimes you just get the ball, your decision-making, how it's bouncing, it just gets you all cut up right quite in between. Kickoff is recovered on the goal kick by Geneseo. Bailey has it there, number 4. Gets over to Jonna Fulcher, who she tries to send in the middle of the field. She was able to connect that over there. And Princeton's trying to defend it. Nice turn back there by Taylor Minert, number 13. Danielle Beach has it, sends it forward to Ellie. Ellie's in the goal box. Ellie looks like she wants a shot of her own.
Good
nice
stop by the goalie.
Wow. I bet you Ellie's going, really? Now you had a great save,
I didn't know the goalie was a gymnast, too. Jeez Louise.
Yeah, that Princeton goalie made a nice save on that one with her feet. So this was end up being a punt for Princeton here, and if it's anything like the other ones, this should go across the half line, and there it goes.
Big boomer.
Yeah, big bounce.
Right to
going
Cadence.
all the way into the goal box in the other end. All right, so this will be Cadence looking to either roll it. No, I think she's going to kick this one. Yep.
Keep it low.
Yep.
Oop.
Try to keep
The wind kept it low for her.
Well, yeah, exactly. Danny Beach was able to recover it and eventually gets it back to Chloe Adams. Chloe sends up to Bailey. A little interception, a pass there by Princeton, but the net result is Geneseo's ball. Oh, here we go. Princeton trying to get an attack. Right now, I see some of the struggles on Princeton is they're making 1 or 2 passes and plays, but eventually run out of either a play. Oh, what am I talking here? Danielle Beach, she's got it. There we go. There's another.
And goal, Geneseo.
That was Danielle Beach over to Jonna Fulcher.
Well, she made sure to make up for her last attempt.
She did.
Right there.
All right, so the score right now
And with
is
that Maple Leaf goal again,
6-0 with 18 minutes and 43 seconds left to go in the first half.
This is fun.
Yeah, it is.
As long as you're a Geneseo fan, this is really fun.
And once again, you saw that quick counterattack. I was just mentioning how Princeton is making some plays, but then kind of runs out of some real estate or runs out of a player or two to kind of connect it on up.
You're right.
And it nets the turnover, and we've seen it a few times already, that quick counterattack resulting in a goal.
And I think a lot of what you're seeing right now
with the assist
there's
number
an
21,
offside,
Danielle
is
Beach.
This
Beach with the
looks to
assist,
me
Fulcher
like
with the
a
goal
simple
in the
case of
24th
a
minute of our
team
match.
that has been playing together for a long time in Geneseo versus a team that's missing players, hard to get a full team together. And you got to keep in mind as well, for Geneseo, this is really only the second time this entire team has been together because a lot of these girls just got done playing volleyball.
Yep, that's right.
Same thing with Princeton.
That's right. With the IHSA schedule released on the shortened seasons, the boys soccer team finished as well as the girls volleyball team, as you just mentioned, and the football team just finished the last game on Friday.
Right, and the boys really finished about the normal start time of the girls when they should have been.
Yep.
but
Yep.
it extended them out just a little bit further. So, hey, they're lucky they're not playing with snowbanks on the ground.
Exactly. I think the girls are saying, gosh, it's nice, it's warm, but maybe too warm, like you said.
I'd rather get a suntan from a nice, warm, sunny day versus a sunny, cold, snowy day.
Oh, we got Danielle Beach. She's got a shot, and oh my gosh!
Princeton said thank you, post.
Did you see that corner post? It was an extra defender on that
sure
one.
Was.
Oh my gosh! Wow!
And it kicked it right up into her hands.
It did. Isn't that
I don't know.
crazy?
It's awful suspicious. That's where Harvey and JR were doing some work before the game.
Hey, they were doing that MacGyver work before the game in that corner.
That must have been that avocado.
It must have been that avocado that helped them on that, yeah. Well, the bottom line is there, Princeton has the ball on the Geneseo side, making a drive, makes a move with it, and eventually runs into a Geneseo defensive wall. And Geneseo has it. Taylor Minert, she gets it on over to Ella Swanson on the defensive side here. She tries to send one forward and
gives a souvenir to her teammates.
Yep. So this will be a Princeton throw. It looks like I got 5 more subs coming in again.
Another pile of leaves.
There you go. Here comes another pile of leaves coming in the game. And looks like we have Taylor, Brooke, Chloe, Jonna, and Sydney coming off. And it looks like
29, Michaela Warner.
Looks like Michaela's back in. Brooks back in. So we got a group of them coming back in here.
Princeton substitution coming back into the match. Number 24, Mariah Hobson.
Now with the game 6-0 at this point, Dakota, I'm trying to remember what the rules are. Does the clock in the second half, is it a running? I mean, it's always a running clock, I guess. What am I thinking? But
no, but I thought that they reduced the time in the second half, and it cannot stop.
Yeah.
Winner of that free pizza.
It's like when you get to a certain point differential, I believe.
Right, I think it's 10.
Yep. All right, nice save there for Princeton on a shot, another shot attempt there. That one looked like that came from Jordan Porter on that one. All right, so Princeton is trying to get some momentum. Now that's nice. I actually saw the strategy. The goalie not give it a full kick to try and get a little better possession of the soccer ball.
Good move.
Yep, good move. Ball gets on there. It looks like 3 Princeton players are around it. Brooks trying to make it a little difficult. She does. So Geneseo is able to get possession of it right around the midfield line, dribbling the ball up, looking for some options to pass it, and had the right idea there.
White throw.
I think that's Hannah Vondra that was in there, number 12, that made that pass. She had the right idea. She was looking. She kept dribbling, trying to draw the defenders there, and then eventually made a pass. Yeah, just didn't quite connect on it, but right idea. Jordan Porter fighting for the ball there. I like to see that 50-50 fight. Princeton wins it and dribbling up the field, trying to get one up and Michaela Warner, she gets that one and sends that. Looks like Kayla Simpson has it, sends it on up.
It's still in.
Yep.
Oh, okay, now it's out.
Yep.
Yeah, there's that Cobra Kai leg sweep.
There you go. Take him out, right?
Take him out.
All right, throw-in goes into the goal box. Uh-oh. Oh!
That's a good spot for that ball to go, right in the side of the net.
Yeah.
The outside. But boy, that was almost really scary right there.
Yeah.
Cadence came out, and that's one thing I'll give her, is she's very aggressive.
Yep.
She'll come out and challenge somebody. But if you play your cards right, you can make a move on her and get around her or over top.
Well, and I think in that case, that ball just bounced just right, and it allowed the Princeton player to make a shot that, as you like to say, right place for us on the outside of the net. So net result is Geneseo has the ball, bringing it up the sideline of the field. They try to send it deep. Brooke Harms looks like she's chasing for it. Princeton has it right now. Oop, tried to send it, and fighting for it. Oh, gets on over there. Looks like Danielle Beach. She has one.
Oh, good stop.
Yeah, good stop. All right. That Princeton goalie's been busy this first half.
Oh, I tell you, she's getting her money's worth.
Yep. Well, and the post helped her on the one really nicely.
We'll have to charge her for that one.
Will we charge her for that one? Okay. Ball goes back to Cadence, who sends it back down the other side of the field there on the Princeton side. Controlled by Geneseo. Taylor DeSplinter has it. Looking for some options. She sends it over to Jordan. she's got control. She's got Liz up above her, and they try to send it in the middle. They do. She makes the connection on the pass. It does get to Brooke Harms. Brooke has it just outside the goal box. Looking for some options there. Gets it on over there. Jenna Hart had it, and eventually the Princeton goalie gets that. And even I can hear the wind blowing even on our headsets here is how strong that wind really is coming.
Jenna just kicked a laser beam right at the goalie's face, and she got her hands in front of that.
Yeah, she did. Michaela Warner, net result has it here. She tries to connect a pass over. Taylor tries to fight for it, and I think when Taylor was down on the ground, they called a foul for making contact.
Well, I think Taylor was frustrated because the gopher wouldn't let go of her shoestring at that point.
No, exactly. I tell you what, did you learn that when in the 6th grade before you dropped out? Is that what happened?
Oh, that was actually 3rd grade.
Oh, it was 3rd grade you dropped out. Okay.
No, I dropped out in 6th grade.
Oh.
It was damn pneumonia.
Oh, pneumonia. They kicked you out because of pneumonia?
No, I couldn't spell the word.
Oh, golly.
And then they tried to get me to spell pterodactyl. I said, I'm done. No more.
Oh, my gosh.
It's
Can
too
you
much.
believe that? Oh, my gosh. Wow. Well, that was a mistake on the school's part, I got to say. Jordan Porter has it, sends the ball deep down. 2 Geneseo players to get it. It looks like Jenna Hart's got it now on the box.
Uh-oh.
She sends it in.
Ooh, good stop.
Nicely read by the Princeton goalie there. She's going to have that. She's looking to send that, and nicely she sees a player. And again, that ball, boy, just took a hard bounce.
And that Elizabeth, boy, she played that one tough.
Yeah, Elizabeth Maszewski, she did a really good job on that, number 18 for Geneseo. Liz Monte has it. She sends it across the middle. Beach drops it to Jordan. Jordan tries to send it on over. Right now, Jenna Hart has it. And you can see already here, we're just about 10 minutes left in the first half.
Good feed.
You can see a little wear and tear on Princeton. They're not quite as quick as they were in the beginning of the game going after the ball.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. And a lot of it has to do, in fact, with
for Princeton,
their
number 19,
bench isn't very
Viviana
full.
Rodeldo. And then for the Maple Leafs, number 2.
So
Zoe
a lot of these
Adams,
girls are
number
playing a lot
3,
more than they're probably
Sydney
used to be
Sexton.
playing.
Yeah.
And they haven't played a whole lot,
Also
like we were
checking
saying,
in late
due to being the
for
crossover of
the
the
Tigers,
sports.
number 30, Emma Cruz Carter.
Yeah. I think you're right. I do think conditioning will definitely play a factor in the rest of this game, how it goes.
That was one thing. Dixon played the girls pretty darn tight last week.
Yeah.
And you could see towards the end of the game that Geneseo girls were definitely getting a lot more tired than you'd like to see them. But, hey, we're just starting.
We're just starting. You know, it is amazing. Speaking of that, from last Tuesday today, it was snowflakes last Tuesday and bitterly cold. And today, they've hit summer.
That's 80 degrees.
Oh, my gosh. You know, welcome to Geneseo Midwest weather, right? Jordan Porter has it in the goal box, makes a shot, and the keeper reads that for Princeton and catches that one. Another shot on goal there. So far, we have on the board 12 shots for Geneseo and 1 for Princeton in the first half, with just over 9 minutes left to go in the first half. Geneseo trying to control. Elizabeth Maszewski makes a nice move with the ball, dribbling across the half line there. She just keeps going. If they're going to take the space in the real estate, she passes it forward, and offside was called on it on
Offside the call on Geneseo.
I think somebody whispered in the AR's ear that time.
Princeton will set the kick at
Somebody
the
from
spot of the
Princeton.
call.
I was going to say that AR is on the Geneseo sideline, Dakota. But what I liked on that one especially was Elizabeth taking the real estate. She had plenty of green space. No one was fighting for it, so she just took it. I'm just going to keep dribbling. Taylor's got it, and she tries to kick it. So, you know, that's the nice development you like to see as the game goes on. You've got some scores. Now let's see you work on some other things in the game if you're a Geneseo soccer team and the coaches, I'm sure.
Well, this is a really good chance as well at halftime to make some adjustments and try out a little bit different offensive setups. You don't necessarily have to run the same offense the whole time, especially when you're picking up a lead like this.
Right. You know, and I'm sure they'd say this, you know, it's a non-conference game, and this is what Geneseo looks for, probably in a non-conference game, a game that they can gain upper hand pretty early on and maintain it so that you can get a good game in and get a work as a Geneseo team. Experiment, learn. Geneseo drops in the goal box, and Princeton clears it. Jordan Porter has it, gets it to Taylor. Taylor's looking to make a shot in there. Oh,
Ooh, just a bit wide.
just a bit wide. That's one of the
Goal
shots.
kick
That's
to
how
call.
Princeton likes it when it's just outside of the net. That was a nice shot by Sydney Sexton there. A couple nice passes led to her to have a nice attempt.
And speaking of Sydney, she plans on going to the University of Iowa after high school is complete, but she's the only one I know that's taking this route. She's going to study environmental engineering.
Phew.
Yeah, that's what I said. So good for you.
Okay. That sounds difficult.
It actually does.
Gosh. All right.
I asked her, are you going to try to play on the women's soccer team there? She said, no, that'd be really cool, though. I said, yeah, it would.
You know what? And that's what you like to hear, that honesty from the young girls, young ladies, and young men. That they'd like to do it, but you know,
Tigers, number 17,
there's always that change going from high school to college
14,
in terms of your outlook
Swanson.
and choices of what you want to do, and that's what's cool.
You're absolutely right there.
All right, looks like we got a corner kick coming up for Geneseo here. Oops, sorry, with 6:30 left in the first half.
Number 17, Brooke Harms.
Brooks sends it in, and it's picked up by the Princeton goalie there, who came out to greet that ball. Okay, so I see the change from the Princeton goalie. She's not trying to give it the full kick with the wind behind her now. She's trying to give it about a three-quarter kick, but that ball, if you don't make first contact with it, boy, I tell you, it bounces easily on the Geneseo side.
It sure does.
All right, Geneseo controls the ball here, drops it down to Taylor to Splinter. Taylor trying to feed it up to Sydney. I saw the thinking there. She thought, you know what, if I get it just right, Sydney could get a nice breakaway shot. Princeton goalie gathers it up, though. Comes out another punt. And we get first touch on the ball. And that's something we've done well so far in the game, Dakota, is on those punts, even if they're long, hard bounces. We've been getting the first touch out of the air, and that's a critical part of the game to do.
It really is, but it also, you may get the first touch, but you have to control the ball after you touch it.
That's
and
right.
that's one thing that the girls have been really good about, controlling it as soon as they touch it.
Yep.
And going back to what you were saying, making that quick transition, and look, we're running down the field again.
Brooke Harms has a shot past the defense.
Oh, no!
Gets it on over.
Whammy!
Yeah,
Goal, Geneseo.
well, that was a goal for Sydney Sexton on that one is the net result.
Good job, Sydney.
Yep.
Well
With
played.
that Geneseo goal, be the fifth caller to La Rolla Pizza at 944.
So that was a good shot by Brooke to pass that over to Sydney.
Yes.
And that really was, again, set up by Taylor to Splinters. Nice pass into the box without getting our team off sides.
You're right.
That then created the two other plays for the goal.
And that's one thing great about our mids that are playing right now is, boy, they are doing a great job of controlling this game.
Yep.
We're used to talking about the boys, but this girls team, it's really actually it's fun to watch these guys.
Yep.
They move, they take the hits, they're not afraid to give hits, and they play.
Yep, it's nice to see the execution. The execution level of the team this first half has been really good. And, you know, again, you see where Princeton's trying to make some headway in it. Just they run up against that defensive wall.
Sydney Sexton on the assist, number 7.
And the net result is it's 7-0 with 4 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the first half.
On the assist,
Geneseo
number
with
17,
the lead.
Harms.
Yeah, it's a pretty even game if you look at it that way.
Yeah, really kind of a commanding lead at this point. Ellie Whiteman has the deflection. She sends it on up to Liz. Liz drops it to Chloe. Chloe tries to center it back to Michaela. She does. Michaela looking to switch the fields, which she does to Elizabeth Masiewski. Elizabeth has it. She's dribbling again, kind of up the field there. Gets it to Jordan. Jordan trying to connect it, and I think she's going to get it. She does. She makes that connecting pass down there just before the Princeton box. And got deflected to Jordan. Jordan trying to send a shot in there. Sydney's battling for it.
She's right on that.
Yeah. All right.
And that's what I like to see. I like to see these girls keep the pressure on, keep it on, make the other team make a mistake.
Yep.
That's the big thing. Don't make the mistakes yourself. Make them make the mistakes.
Yep. Yeah, you can see Princeton is going to starting to wear down a little bit here.
There's a lot
with their energy
walking.
level. Yeah, with their energy level. So, with just over 3 minutes to go, I think they'll halftime will be a welcome thing for them to get a break.
Yeah, I think they might have just sent somebody out to the gas station to get some energy drinks real quick.
Yeah, get some
Water? No, we want rock stars.
That's right. We need some energy. I think
Can we have that in zero sugar, please?
Yeah, right. Exactly.
We don't need any more crashing.
That's right.
Ooh,
Prince-
good defense.
Yep, Princeton trying to clear it. Jordan deflected it once. The second time they get it out past there. They do connect it, Princeton does, on the Geneseo half, but Michaela
Oh,
Warner.
call the police. We have a thief.
Yep, she stole that one away.
Michaela, good play.
Yep. Another substitution's coming in here. It looks like Bailey's going in for Sydney.
Segerstrom. And in for the Maple Leafs, number 4, Bailey Huizinga.
All right. Throw-in comes in from Michaela, who gets it up to Jordan. Jordan drops it back, trying to reset it. And that's,
And we have a
I think
winner
that's
on
something
the
we
seventh
overlook a lot when we're doing this, which is a lot of times if you can throw that ball in, it's very easy just to drop it back to the person who throw it to get a reset.
Right.
Give some space, give some time, and get some options.
I like that idea, Chad. That's you're spot on. Hey, as soon as you can get some separation from the defense, then you can start moving.
And I think that's something in the first half. You see Geneseo's done a really good job looking at the big picture. Their spacing has been really good as well. Brooke Harms has it. She sends it up on wide, up on top there. And I think that's Ella Swanson that had it, who tried to get it across. Switch the field to Liz Monte. And looks like Geneseo's content to try to maintain possession of it here. Back in the defensive line, Michaela Warner has it. And she passes to Ella. Ella tries to give a nice little quick touch. And eventually we have it. So 1 minute just about left here in the first half.
And in this minute, you're probably not going to see a whole lot with it. I think a lot of these girls just want to take this
1 minute.
deep
We've got
breath.
less than 1 minute to play in the
And
half.
let's get into this halftime, like you were saying, especially this Princeton team that for the past 5 to 10 minutes looks like they've been having their hands on their hips.
Yeah. Yep. Well, like you said, you get a score like this, if you're Princeton, it's hard to keep just that mental energy level going. It can feel defeating a little bit, so it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, you definitely feel deflated when you're in a situation like this, but I don't want to see them give up. I want to see them come back, and if they're only a 10-minute, we play hard for 10 minutes, give me those 10 minutes.
That's right.
Let me see a goal or two, or at least some really good shots.
Yeah.
Because I can see they have potential. It's just a matter of making the connections and staying energized.
Yep. Nice pickup by Taylor DeSplinter. And we have Liz. Liz has it. She gives it back to Taylor, and I think that's going to be it.
Good half.
So at the end of the first half, it's Geneseo 7,
And that's the end of the
Princeton
first
0.
half of play in this match with the score.
All right, Dakota, we're back here for the start of the second half. And if you had not heard, there is the PA announcer Dave was making mention of, with a goal differential 7, which we have here at the start of the second half, the play clock gets cut in half to start. So we're only having a 20-minute half in the second half.
Okay, now is that clock going to just continually run, no stoppage? Is that the way it works?
Yes, it will, unless there's a stoppage, for some reason by the referee.
Okay.
A card, injury type situation. So I think that makes, in these type of games where we're at, that rule makes good sense.
Well, let's see if these Princeton girls got to drink a bunch of energy drinks at this halftime intermission and see what they come out with.
Maybe they got some 5-hour energy, some rock stars.
That could be.
That's right. Well, you never know. All right. Well, look at them. They are they were just getting on the attack there for a second. Looks like Princeton is coming out a little bit more aggressive, and there's a foul called on Geneseo on that one.
That was a true Cobra Kai leg sweep right there.
That's right. Take the legs out.
No mercy.
No mercy on that one, huh? Perfect. Well, this actually sets up a halfway good shot here for Princeton. They get the ball in the goal box, and Cadence Talbert makes a nice save. She's going to throw that one on out there.
That was a good toss.
And she gave a big toss out there. So we're on a counterattack right now. Liz Monte, I think I'm saying that last name correctly. I apologize.
Monte, yes.
Monte. She's got the ball. She's dribbled all the way down the Princeton end. She makes a cross inside the goal box. It's cleared for a second, and I'm not sure. Okay, Princeton was able to get control of that now. So the ball's dumped in on the Geneseo side. Michaela Warner makes a nice dump out of that so that it forces a turnover there, I believe, by Princeton. So this will be a Geneseo throw-in.
This back line at Geneseo, I know the score is 7-0, but I don't think that they're getting enough credit for how tough they're playing. They have really shut down anything that Princeton has put at them. And heck, they've only allowed them to take 2 shots on goal in the first half, which is it's almost unheard of.
Yeah, no, it was 1 shot in the first half.
And 1 in the second half.
And they just got 1 in the second half.
Yes.
Is what it technically is.
Good correction.
So, no, hey, that's what I need to. That's why I'm here, Ricky. That's why I'm here. Cal Naughton's your wingman. All right, so
if you ain't first,
you're
last.
You're last. And right now, Geneseo's in first. That's for sure today. Okay, so the ball is being sent over to Michaela. Look like we're trying to get some possession going of the ball here, looking for some openings. Hannah Vondra, she tries to center it. Michaela is able to get control at the midfield line. She makes a girl miss and sends it up to Liz Monte. Liz is trying to look for some options. She makes a move, drops it back there to Hannah Vondra. Hannah, I think, is looking for someone in the middle. She is. Couldn't
played
quite
that just
connect.
a little soft.
Yep, that's okay. All right, so Michaela Warner is dumped down there. Michaela is nice. Oh, she had it there for a second. Gets a shot, and
Good stop.
good stop. Cadence made a nice diving stop on that play. So that's a shot number 3. And just like we'd wanted, Princeton came out with a little more energy. And there's that concrete boot.
Oof. Oof.
And I think that's going to
Concrete
go.
boot with steel laces.
Yeah,
Jeepers.
that one went with that wind behind you.
I think she's aiming for the goal right there.
Yeah, she was trying to get it unassisted from the goalie.
Heck yes.
There you go. All right. Geneseo is able to control the punt coming out. Gets it down to Kayla. So, nope, I thought Kayla had it. Yeah, she's got it now. Kayla Simpson, she's looking for some options. She makes a miss, and that's what you'd like to see.
She's just breaking ankles with that move.
Correct, which is keep possession of the ball. You just don't always have to pass it. Sometimes keeping the ball, making a dribble, making a move, that sets another play up. And we got Jonna Fulcher, number 22. She tries to send a shot in, and this one goes
Just a bit wide.
That'll be a Princeton goal kick coming up.
Good little pass outside right there.
Yep. Princeton trying, you can see, trying to start it up from the back line. Ball eventually gets over to Geneseo at the midfield. And Geneseo throw-in coming up from Fulcher. It's one of those games where just hard to gain momentum for Princeton, I think, more than anything else.
And one thing, if you look on the field right now, Geneseo has shifted into a slightly different offensive setup, which it looks like a 4-2-4.
Yep.
So they're paying a little bit more attention to the defensive aspect here, even though they're knocking our players on the ground. Yep, see, here we go.
There we go. Kayla Simpson has it. She sends it forward to Fulcher. Fulcher couldn't quite maintain control of it. Ends up being a throw-in for Geneseo, though. Got knocked off a Princeton player.
I think there might be a gopher hole right there. That's the third person I've seen go down right there.
Right in that spot, isn't it?
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's all that education you got, Dakota, that's helping you.
Yeah, shucks.
All right. We've got Princeton trying to make a move here with it.
There's something wrong with your medulla oblongata.
Can't ever accuse you of not having any smarts. All right. Geneseo look like they're trying to get it. Yeah, see that right there? That's a good play. She saw the opportunity, and Simpson went in on it and got it. It's up to Sydney Sexton. Sexton gets it up to Beach. Beach is trying to make a run with it.
And we got
We have an official's time on the
Oh,
field for an
looks like we
injury.
got an injury there for Princeton on a player.
I think she just got her legs tangled up when the ball was down with them earlier, and
Yeah.
she must have just taken a shot funky to the thigh.
Yep. So we got a little stoppage in the play here with 14 minutes and 21 seconds left to go in the game. Score is still 7-0 Geneseo. And looks like I see a Geneseo trainer also coming out along with the Princeton coach. And you just, soccer is one of those, as we've always said, one of those sports you got to, injuries can happen for sure, because all it takes is a twist of the knee, an ankle, a shot.
Right.
We had Zachary Bauer in the boys team just the 19 season. He made a stretch play and broke a bone in the hip just on a stretch for a play.
He stretched and landed on it just right and fractured a little bone.
And there wasn't even anybody on him.
No.
So
Now, people don't realize just how tough this sport really is. I mean, you look at it, you're looking at 11 players 10 on each side that are running for 40 minutes plus straight and running into each other, banging off each other. And there's a lot more concussive protocols in the soccer than you even get in football, believe it or not.
Yeah, because you just, especially when you have those players both fighting for a header off of a punt or a goal kick or something, trying to maintain possession. Good news, it looks like the player from Princeton is up and walking on their own power. So
that's good to see.
It's a good sign to see that happening.
Yep.
Because you just, no matter what, you want to see no injuries. It's a hard contest and have everybody come out injury-free. So.
Well, you still want all these girls and boys that are playing the sport to go out there, give 110%. And that's what the coaches ask of you. How do you get the 10%? I don't know. But that's what they want. Whatever. But anyways, it's hard to do when you're worried about injuries or else like that. So you want to see them come out here. You want to see them play hard. But try to stay injury-free, especially for a lot of these kids that are moving on to the next level of sport.
Yeah, absolutely. And that is something good that you mentioned, because we do have a fair number of these young ladies that are heading on to play soccer in college.
You're right.
You mentioned Cadence was one of them, Michaela and Brooke. And I think Ellie Whiteman is another one that is going to be playing soccer, right, in college.
Yep, we've got Cadence, Taylor to Splinter, Ellie Whiteman, Michaela Warner. I mean, they're all moving on to the next level.
Yep. And that's just good to see them fighting for that and playing and develop the skills at the level. And, certainly it helps to have them having played together for a number of years. Princeton's got a run into the goal box, sends one across. Nice shot by the Princeton player.
That was a good opportunity right there. She just missed her player coming in.
Goal kick.
She could have got that one just in. She might have got that in that upper 90 corner on that back post. It was close. I think the back post was helping us on this half.
I think so too.
Even though it didn't hit the post. But net result is it's a goal kick here coming out for Cadence Talbert. She sends a nice kick out there just about half line. Sydney Sexton gives the ball a little tap of the head going forward. She's chasing after right now. She makes a nice hustle move on it. And I think she's got it deep in the corner of Princeton. Tries to keep it in. Trying to clear it out is Princeton. Didn't quite get a clear out. Get a shot is off there by Taylor Minert. And it is picked up by the Princeton goalie. So that was actually a nice play by Sydney, I really got to say, because she took that goal kick from Cadence, gave a nice header, flick kind of header, and chased after her own shot and got it.
Right, exactly what you were saying before. You don't just have to pass the ball and get rid of it.
Right.
Go ahead and hold on to it. If you've got room, take the space.
Right.
Make something happen with it.
Right, exactly. And if you're not getting, in this case, not getting a lot of pressure on you, send it back to Cadence. Let Cadence try to reset it and see if she can dump it in there and make a play happen.
Even though she's just standing there, she's still part of the team.
That's right. Use everybody all the time. Absolutely. And where now? What's Ellie doing there? Had you mentioned her? Was she going to college?
She is. Ellie is going to go to the University of Illinois in Springfield, where she plans on playing soccer, but she also wants to study business management, which is going to lead into sports management.
Nice. Okay. Well, that's good to see. Another player making good choices in terms of things, and they're all good no matter what. And it's awesome to see Ellie doing that. Princeton had a foul that was called on Geneseo, so it was a direct kick about the midfield line. Princeton controls it after that on the Geneseo side of the field. And it looks like they're trying to connect something and make it happen. They do get something down on the top of the goal box. Michaela Warner's fighting for it, and I think she's going to be able to, yep, she's got it.
Good job.
Out of the box. She's dribbling with it there and sends it on up the field. Gets it up to Jonna Fulcher. Jonna's got some green space to keep going down the field. She does. Tries to thread the needle up to Danielle Beach. Danny's got it in the box. She tries to send a cross over. Princeton looks like they're going to clear this one out. Oh, yeah, I was going to say Taylor Minert. Oh, there you go. And that's another thing Geneseo's done a good job, Dakota. I think every time, if Princeton's cleared it, Geneseo's been in that right spot on that clearing shot.
You're right. They're clogging the passing lanes very well.
A foul called on Princeton. Geneseo
Well, I'll say it right now. I'm looking at the sidelines here, and it looks like we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think 7 girls, if I've done my numbers right, ready to check in for the Leafs.
Yeah.
So that is what you call a whole load of Leafs ready to blow in.
As Dave would say.
Yo, what's okay?
Blowing a pile of leaves.
All right, there you go. In blows a pile of leaves. So at the next stoppage, we're definitely going to have a lot of substitutions for Geneseo. Yep, good strike.
Just a bit wide.
Here comes those substitutions with 10 minutes left to go in the game. Right on the button.
25, Ashlyn Scott. And we have wholesale substitutions for the Maple Leafs.
There you go, wholesale substitutions. We heard there in the booth.
Well played, sir. Well played.
There you go. All right.
15, Hart. Number 16,
well,
Porter.
Again,
number 18,
score is still
Majewski.
7-0. We're down to about 9.5 minutes left now. And with halfway through the second half, that's a good substitution point. I think that's a smart move by the coaches.
And you may wonder, why aren't we pushing the ball as much as we did in the first half? Well, it really boils down to, these girls don't want to completely deflate the egos of Princeton. They want to, hey, come on, play. Let's play some ball here. So they're going to pass the ball around. They're still going to take some shots, but we're not going to press as aggressively as we were in the first half.
Correct. And as you saw, it was a nice play. Part of just because you don't take aggressive moves, you saw Geneseo take the ball, drop it back, switch the field, work it over to the other side, then shoot it up the other side. So it gives you those opportunities to possess the ball more,
right,
but also work on other aspects of your game.
You're right, absolutely. Plus, you got a running clock, so it's every time you control that ball longer, there goes the clock even further.
Okay, we got a shot. Ooh, that was almost Danielle Beachy had a nice shot opportunity almost there. Taylor DeSplinter, she has it.
Just a bit high.
Yep, that could have been a field goal on the football team by Taylor DeSplinter there. Net result is goal kick coming up for Princeton.
She did kick that one out into the bean field half a mile away, if you didn't see that.
Exactly. All right. No questioning the leg strength there. Princeton's taking the ball out, and ball is taken away by Geneseo. Geneseo's trying to do something with it. Jenna Hart has it, sends it up to Danielle Beach. Back to Jenna on the side as the goal box. She sends it on in. Ellie Whiteman trying to take a shot, and gets picked up by the Princeton goalie. Got a punt coming up here. We'll see if the concrete boot works both ways here for the Princeton goalie.
Well, the wind has died down quite a bit. It really has.
Yeah.
I think it became a neutral wind.
Yeah, you're right. It depends on, look at one flag over by the church. It's a little still blowing over by the field, not as much. So I think you're right. And as the play is continuing on here, Geneseo gets it over to Chloe. Chloe gets it over to Elizabeth. Elizabeth taking some space. Sends it on up to Taylor. Taylor drops it back. And this is part of that working and probing, trying to find an opening for a shot, but not being so aggressive as you pointed out.
Correct. Yeah, they're like we were hoping for. They're trying to find some different ways to work around Princeton. That was
there
nice
we go.
hit.
Yeah.
A push called on Princeton. Geneseo will set up the free
Well,
kick near
that'll even the
midfield.
fouls up just a little bit here in the game.
I thought that looked like Mike Tyson's daughter there for a second.
Yeah, Princeton picked up a foul on that one, so this is going to be a free direct kick by Geneseo. Ellie Swanson sends it on over to Elizabeth Mashashevsky, who sends it in. Picked up. Ooh, that's kind
I'd
of
like to see that pressure, though. Stay there in case the goalie makes a mistake.
Yep, the goalie bobbled it for just a second, and Danielle Beach was on that in case it got away from him. All right, so you have the kick coming out, controlled by Elizabeth. Sends it over to Chloe. Chloe, I think, is going to, drops it down to Caden. Smart move. You don't have so much the pressure on you. Take your time. And she does. She gets it up to Bailey at midfield, over to Jordan.
Whoop.
Not quite. See,
Good recovery.
And that's where you can work. Jordan didn't have quite as strong a pass on it, but still we were able to maintain possession. And you'll see some nice triangle formations within them there as they did the passing too. Where
I don't know if you just heard that, but boy, that was, you actually got on-field sound there. They passed it back to Ms. Ajewski, and then she immediately said, Ellie, as she tapped the ball out to her.
Yeah.
And that's what you like to hear. That way, hey, you know this is coming right now.
Right, exactly. And Chloe has it, sends it over to Elizabeth. On the Princeton side of the field, Bailey gets it, tries to give a one-touch, which she does, connecting up to Ellie. Ellie Whiteman looking for some options to cross it in. She gets it into Taylor DeSplinter. Ooh, Taylor just didn't get a good, clean strike of that one.
She was trying to show off her Cobra Kai roundhouse kick right there, but number 30 backed away and said, ha, you missed.
The ball went out of bounds off of Geneseo, so this will be a Princeton goal kick coming up here. We're just about 4 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the match.
That went quick.
Yeah. The second half has gone by quick, has it not?
And in for the Maple Leafs, number 20, Liz Manthe, and number 29, Michaela Warner.
All right, so we got Kayla and Danielle Beach have come off the field here for Geneseo. Their days are probably done for today.
And they may be done for this game. We're still supposed to have an exhibition JV game after this, and we know that Princeton doesn't have enough players to field a JV team. So what they're going to do is they're just going to run approximately a 20-minute, 30-minute game afterwards, and we're going to incorporate our JV in with some of our varsity players.
Yep, absolutely. Taylor DeSplinter sends one in. Nicely read there by the Princeton goalie. Yep. It was a good placement on it, and that's what you like to see in the game. It may not have scored, but hopefully gives you more confidence as the season wears on. I can place that ball exactly in that spot.
Yep. And it's also with the wind at her back like this, that might have just thrown off the timing of her offensive fellow mate just a little bit to not get to it.
Yep. Elizabeth gets it. To Jordan, poked away by Princeton, and they'll call that one on Jordan. Not quite sure what
Princeton
that call was, because I
kick.
think the player may have fallen down on their own for Princeton, but nonetheless, it was a foul on Jordan on that one, so this will be a Princeton direct kick.
Who's the closest? You're the one that fouled him.
That's right. Picked up easily there by Geneseo's Ellie Whiteman on that kick. Taylor DeSplinter trying to dribble with it and looks for a pass, which she does up to Jenna Hart. Jenna gets that on up there to Liz Monte. And it's nice to see that no matter what, Geneseo is able to generally get possession of it. And here, see, this is where we're taking our time. Yes, you can see this right now. Geneseo is pulled the ball out of the goal box. Nice little header there by Bailey. And you can just see Geneseo's trying not to put just this constant pressure on them right now with the clock dwindling down.
Hey, there's a couple of seniors I still never got to mention yet today.
Go right ahead.
Hannah Vondra, she's another little brainiac, you could say. She has gone through 13 years of playing soccer with these guys as well, and she wants to go to the University of Illinois and study English as a major, but she wants to feed that into studying law.
Nice.
I said, so you want to learn English law, not Spanish law? She chuckled and said, no, it's completely different. I said, okay.
There you
Trust
go.
me, I'm stupid.
Well,
Ooh, we missed an opportunity there.
yeah. But again, I liked it. What happened right there, Jordan had plenty of time. She sized up a kick, trying to work on getting it placed right in the right spot in front of the goalie to allow another player to come in and knock that in. And it was just barely off, so.
And that almost looked like a training exercise because Taylor came in, looked like she was going to make a shot with a header, and then pulled off, and it went out of bounds.
Absolutely. And it's, no matter what the score, no matter how the game has gone today, it's just great to see them out there playing. Just like we said in the boys' season.
We've got less
You
than
got
1
a
minute
season.
to play in the
Heck
match.
yeah.
So everything's going really good, and we're just under a minute.
These girls have an opportunity to have some postseason action now.
Yep.
The IHSA has lightened up their restrictions just a little bit so that these girls may actually get to have a good conference tournament moving into sectionals.
Yep, get that regionals and sectionals, and love to see it get all the way through to a state, because I think we've got a strong team this season again with some good senior leadership here with about 30 seconds left. I think the final score is going to end up being 7-0 Geneseo. And is there any other senior we haven't mentioned tonight?
Oh, yeah. Elizabeth Monty. She's not playing sports after high school, but she is going to the University of Missouri.
Ooh.
She wants to be a Mizzou Tiger and study nursing.
Nice. Elizabeth Whiteman has it deep, and it is nice cross in. Almost got it in.
If our girls are going to look this good the rest of the season, this is going to be a fun year.
Yeah, absolutely. Great game for Geneseo. Just what you wanted to see happen in a game like this. Final scores 7-0 Geneseo over Princeton. 17 shots for Princeton, 17 for Geneseo, 3 shots for Princeton. Thank you.
Good job, girls.
17 shots on net.